Are you looking for brand new phones, landline, office phones, chargers, kids tablets, phone repair, phone batteries, phone covers, housing, and SIM card registration? Visit us today at Ron and Jethro Phone Center for a good delivery. We've got a variety of phones in different models: Infinix, Tecno, Nokia, and many more. Visit us today for your phone accessories.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Musoga Eclipse International, representing, as I always say. Today on the show I have the realest nigga, the hip-hop general, and of course I want to introduce him. Let me give him a chance to introduce himself. What's up?
What up, hey. What up, yo? It's your boy Navio. Hope everybody's good out there. 2022. It's on.
Representing.
Yes.
You know, his Luganda is not that Luganda.
My Luganda is not Luganda.
Tuli Masaka.
Tuli Wawelu.
Okay, what's up,
yes, please.
Navio?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Having a good time. Okay. It's a new year, you know what I mean? New expectations, new challenges. I'm having a good time.
Actually, Happy New Year.
Yeah, man, Happy New Year.
I didn't see my Christmas.
I didn't see mine. This is what I tell the youth of today. Overlooking for Christmas before you have even given your elder Christmas. Do you go to the village and you bring anything? Yes. So as you see your elder even in town,
okay,
don't think the rules are different.
Okay. Yeah. Are you officially well introduced on the show? They call me Musoga Eclipse International. He's the legendary Navio, man of hip.
Hip-hop is a way of life. Hip-hop is the way you dress, the way you talk, your attitude. Hip-hop is confidence for the youth. Hip-hop is freedom to express yourself. Hip-hop is not defined by language. Hip-hop is not defined by region. Hip-hop is something that moves through everything, much like a spirit does. It's when it takes you over, it takes over your whole life, you know what I mean? So yeah, hip-hop is truth, man. Hip-hop is purity, and hip-hop is Uganda.
Okay, before we go any further, let me know, for how long have you been in this industry?
This industry, I think it's maybe, I'm coming up on my third year now.
Third year?
It's like 2 years, 3 years there. So yeah.
Sure.
No, it's 20 20 years. It's going to be the 20th year.
Which means you have real experience in the industry.
Yeah, but I can say actually 10 years professional. Okay. Because those first years, those 10 years of an artist finding themselves, that gambling, yeah. we don't I don't count it.
Don't count it.
Yeah, and also remember I started so young, so I feel like that was kind of me finding my footing. You know, so I can say 10 years professionally, where I can call myself a professional in the music business.
Okay, they used to say, they didn't used to say, but they always say hip-hop music doesn't sell in Uganda. What really inspired you to do hip-hop?
I think for me, it's because it was selling at the time. You know, internationally, it was doing amazing. Okay. And I was always a fan of it, so I did it, and people tried to discourage it. But by the time Clear Cut came along, we came out with Lyrical G, Clear Cut, Bataka at the same time. We basically took over Kampala. So we made hip-hop. We put hip-hop at the forefront of music at that point in time. And then what happened was we were just such young guys. We ended up all going back to school, and that kind of left Uganda like, where are we going to turn to? And that is when now Raga and reggae kind of really got a home in the hearts and minds. But hip-hop was always there. And I think that's why even now any rapper will throw a show and pack it out. Any famous rapper will throw a show and pack it out, because we get just as many followers as any other genre, and if not more, especially because the corporates are so attached to hip-hop. Okay. You know, so and you know you get good money out your VIP. You know what I mean? So business wise, it also makes sense. You know, by the time you're doing hip hop, there's a lot to gain.
Some people say if you want to make serious money in music, you have to go underground. Do music that goes to the ground. Does hip hop go to the ground?
Definitely. I mean, to put it plainly, and I always keep saying this, you look at the top 20 artists, and 9, almost 10 of them were rappers. Navio, you had Rachel Ray, you had Gravity, you had Fake Fameka, you had Fefe Busi, you had let's keep going.
Zamba.
You had Zamba. You had but for this year, these Jim Nolas. You had
There's this guy who just released this album.
yeah, exactly. There's the Flex the Paper. There's the Myth. So you look at so you look at the top 20 acts that have been rotated this year, and 10 of them are going to be rappers. So when people talk about going to the ground, what you're going to the ground with is not also Ugandan music. You're going to the ground with raga, which belongs in Jamaica. So people always say, hey, when you go to the ground, you do real Ugandan music. I'm like, as soon as you do pum pa pum pa pum pa pum pa pum, you're talking raga music. You're no longer talking Ugandan music. Ugandan music is Afrigo. Ugandan music is in Jogereza.
My judge aside, that's music for the drunkard. Pum pa pum.
You know, and not even our own drunkards in the Caribbean. Imagine, an whole ocean away, which is okay because we also do hip hop music. But the thing is, in Tontoma has always been there for 1,000 years. We've had poets, we've had people who tell you, you know, what's that? In so many tribes have it, you know, where people rap to each other in the village. You know, they talk about old stories and you hear them doing their thing. So
just put
they're rapping.
Okay.
So for us, it's actually been there, which is okay. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't be judged more harshly than raga, because raga, if raga's from Jamaica and then say hip hop is from America, then who is doing right music? Who's doing the right music?
So hip hop relate to Kadongo Kamu at a certain point?
Hip hop relates everywhere, and I think that's the beauty about hip hop, is we can blend, and that is the thing you have. You have part of hip hop is rapping. And the good thing about rap is you can use it on any beat, and it makes beats more it gives think about any feature that has happened with a rapper on it this year and how you felt about the way they come in. You were anticipating it, you were waiting for it. There's something about hip hoppers and rap generally, it is MCing. We call it MCing because it really is the master of ceremonies. It is how you finish or you start a song. Even R&B, even, you know, all types of music, pop music, whether Michael Jackson was doing bad, black, it doesn't matter if you're black and white. At the end, biggest legendary artist always had rappers at the end of his thing. Songs like Jam, one of the highest selling songs ever of all time, has to throw a rap song, a rap verse on it, because it just it really signifies what you're trying to get across, you know.
Okay, Navio, besides giving them collaboration, motivating the younger talent, as far as hip hop is concerned, what have you done to make sure hip hop sells more in Uganda and outside?
I think for me it was always trying to make sure that we did the shows, and we kind of showed people a corporate line on how to do it. Okay. So far I've done 8 concerts, all of them packed out, all the concerts successful, and I feel like we did that to kind of show hip hop where it should be going, because we have a big habit with hip hop, which is taking ourselves and making ourselves like a more poetic and a more niche, but we also have the mass market side. So I think what artists like me did is show that, hey, we can do this mass market. You know, you think about, you know, people going, me selling out those 8 concerts. You think about Gravity going to Lugogo Cricket Oval. You think about, you know, what GNL did in Chadondo. You know, I mean, it's unprecedented. The amount of people, we have 15,000 people coming through the door for hip hop. So I think hip hop kind of showed them that, you know, gave them that pathway, and also it brought the swag back. Guys changing outfits, we were the guys doing this and this before, you know, of course our elders started copying us. You know, we were the ones who were doing the changes and the outfits and the outlandish explosions and fire on stage. Hip hop began that. The Nawuliranga concert was the start of that, you know.
Okay, talking about Gravity, he has attacked you in more than 3 songs. Not even in only songs, but even he comes out on television sometimes and he attacks you. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, anyone who can't attack me to my face, I really can't. I can't. It's showbiz. It's showbiz for him. You know, it's like they say, when like the first day you go to prison, if you want to make a statement, you go after the biggest boy in the yard. You understand? So in the same way, when you've been working like he has, 7-8 years, the guy in one night he can drive to Kasese, come back Mukono, then him driving, drives himself to Jinja, comes back. He does a lot of work, and then for people to still not declare you the king of hip hop, you have to remove somebody. You have to act.
Navio.
So I understand where it comes from, but hey, man, all blessings to him. I hope it helps him sell more. I hope it helps him feed his family. If abusing me helps him feed his family.
Navio, I love the way you
I'm happy.
shoots professionally.
No, I'm just saying that it's facts, man. That's the thing. You like in these situations, you just have to talk facts, But no, I mean, blessings to him, and I hope the best for him and his family.
Okay, around 2000, you had a big, I think you had a big competition with artists like Jenny Zamba.
Yeah, that's healthy. I think it was healthy competition. Yeah, it was definitely healthy competition because he used to roll with us, and he made his own name, which was perfect. We were doing well, so I think it was just healthy competition. I've never had any serious issue with G. I think he's tried to push it that way.
Sure.
But for me, I mean, I knew the kid when he was coming up. I'm the one who, I helped him in a lot of ways, and I think when I mention that, it really annoys him. Whereas for me, for example, when I came in the industry, I had help. Peter Sematimba, Steve Jean, a lot of people helped me on my way, and I don't mind giving them props.
And we always helped.
So
you can just come and stand up.
So when I mentioned that in the interview, apparently it set him off, and it made him say some things. But still, I still have no issue. Like I said, if someone can't stand in my face and challenge me and check me as a man,
would you accept a healthy battle competition between you and these people that keeps on comparing themselves on you?
if the money is right, man, if it makes sense for real. Because I mean, it's like someone was talking about collabos the other day, and I'm like, why would I go and pay? For example, why would I go and pay? People were saying I was trying to pay Davido for a collabo. Why would I pay Davido for a collabo when I've got one with Burna Boy for free? When I've had a collabo with Wizkid, why would I go on? Me and him have never had that conversation. We've hung out and we've never even talked about collaborations. You understand? So I think people a lot of times try to throw things on you, and for me, it's it just goes as it goes. But if it makes sense financially, and there's a way to do it, I don't mind battling anyone. You can bring 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Travis Scott. I mean, if it makes sense for me financially, I'm gonna do it. Because also you get tired. You can't be proving yourself when the next best person has to add fake things on their record. One day they have 10 awards, the next day they're saying I have 40 awards, 50 awards, without the proof. People know I have 60 awards, 60 plus awards now, sorry. They know that. These are facts. Like, you can go back. I've done 60 award speeches. You understand? And for me, it's always funny how people add things to their repertoire when the statistics speak for themselves. You know what I mean? So, if it makes financial sense, I will battle anybody. I will battle Shiba. I will battle Spice Diana.
Bebe Cool.
I will battle Bebe, Bobby, and Bobby is my friend. We battled on a song even. It's called Bad Man from Makamucha. We battled. I live for battle.
That was a battle.
Healthy. No, it wasn't.
Discuss a lot of things about hip hop music. They always say hip hop doesn't pay in Uganda, but this nigga looks good. They drive expensive cars. So I don't know where these words come from. And
we will body you on stage. You put a Navio, Fefebusi after you. You put a Gravity. You put a Fik Fameka after you. We're going to battle you. You put even old school Babaluku after you. You're in problems, guys. Hip hop, man. We run it.
Just give them the best.
We run it, bro. I mean,
Okay, Navio. We have seen different artists from other genres winning international awards, taking it to another level. Giving an example of Eddie Kenzo, scooped one of the most biggest awards in this world, and we haven't seen yet someone from hip hop representing you guys. What are you doing to make sure you give us such awards?
I mean, it's funny because like the last two that I saw celebrated was when I think Kenzo or someone won a Nigerian Entertainment Award for Best East African Act.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, Navio has one of those.
Yes,
I didn't see people celebrate me, but it's okay. Then people have been celebrating these American Entertainment Awards or African Entertainment Awards in the States. Navio has one of those from like 9 years ago, boss.
Or maybe you do not come out and post.
Well, I'm not a guy of boasting. Like I say, I never have to prove myself because I'm all about the art form. So when it comes to these, Afrimas, which I've been nominated before, I've been there before. But like I say, it just so happens that I'm not so much of a showbiz guy. You understand?
You have that.
I mean, yeah. Also, talent is talent. I'm more all about the talent, And the industry, for example, has moved to, and it's part of the reason a couple of my really talented friends have dropped out, because when you move to that pay for play or pay for promo or slotting yourself in somewhere by too much hustling before talent, then people like me find it hard to know even what to do. You know what I mean? I've never called it. All it takes is a call for me to be like, hey, what go on with the BET Awards, or what go on with Nickelodeon, or what go on with this. It's a call away. But to me, it's not natural. I want to do my music. Where my music goes, as long as my fans are taken care of, I'm okay. The people who have fed me and the people who continue to feed me, I already got in the first 10 years of rapping. I'm on 20 years now. You understand?
You're taking another 10 years.
So the people who will feed me already, maybe I had in the first 5 years. Now after I did 10 years, now and then 15 years.
And now,
so you want me to waste resources instead of building a bigger house on the beach like I'm about to? I'll invite you there. So instead of doing that, making like a nice bigger room for my daughter, you want me to go chase awards somewhere else? That's how you lose families, bro. Nah. Let me strengthen my people. Let me strengthen my family. You know what I mean? And let me stick with the fans who have stuck by me.
Okay. Navio, you guys go outside and collaborate with these guys, most especially these Nigerian artists, and you guys put in a lot to push the songs, and these guys doesn't push the songs. Why don't you guys focus on East Africa? Maybe we push ours.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've also done a lot of East African collabos. In fact, people tell me, Navio, you do too many collabos.
Yeah, you have them.
Too many. Yeah. So I've done Sauti Sol before. I've done the Juakalis. We have Nonini with the Myth. We've Calligraph Jones. I have on the last album actually. So I've done a lot of collabos with East African acts. Ugandan acts don't even start. All the way from
And one thing I love about you, you give opportunities. When an artist comes to you, you appreciate and be like, it's okay, we can work.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of people, even when I worked with Sheena Skies, they're like, hey, Sheena Skies, but is she big yet? I'm like, yes, she's big. And she's talented. Because to me, like I said, talent is the most important thing. And then you have people also saying, when Young Mulo had just come in the industry, it's like, man, hey, you've done 3 songs with this fellow, back to back. It's like, that's my guy. That's my guy. I've seen him come up as a young guy. Yeah, it's a vibe, and he's the only person who I've told. He's like, let's do a collabo, and I tell him, you get 3 number 1 hits. Okay. 3 number 1 hits, and we'll do a collabo end of year. And he's gone out and done it, no complaining.
So being a legendary artist.
Mulo. Yeah.
Being a legendary artist, I think you can advise people about young artists about this. Most of them chase these Nigerian artists for collaboration.
Yeah.
Is this healthy?
Minus them, they can chase whoever they need to for collabs.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with collabs. For me, it's the people behind the scenes and what they are pushing.
Okay.
How does it make one feel? A lot of people criticize local stations because local stations play mostly Ugandan music. But this is exactly what they do in Nigeria. Nigeria, they play a lot of their own music.
Okay.
And so I think a lot of our international stations need to pick a leaf from that. Even if you are playing upward music, we have uptown artists. We have your Navios, we have your Spices, we have your Shebas, we have your, the Myths, we have your Flexes, we have any type of you know what I mean, exactly, grenade, the peer pounds, like we have any type of act that you'd want to play. You know what I mean? So just think about it. If you are a PD and you know that the best PD in Africa right now plays 90% of his own music, what should that tell you to do?
Play your music.
Yes, and it also empowers you because you can actually reach that person that you're playing. You understand? Davido's never coming to you, bruh, for a meeting. Wizkid is never coming to you for a meeting. You say they do good music. I was doing much better music than Nigerians by the time I came out. I think the band was doing stuff like why me oh, why me oh, why me oh. I was doing one and only. The quality of sound, bruh. Uganda, we were on another level. Peter Miles, when you talk about people who got bored of the industry, they're like, man, you guys are going to make it about money and you're going to make it about just following and you're going to put talent away. Peter Miles is like, let me go sit on my boat. I would rather go sit on my boat. I saw that boy make 70K off one tour, $70,000 off one tour.
That's big.
Before his local shows that year. One tour in the summer, came back, but he's like, what are we really playing for? The big networks, you're going to put it to how many Twitter people I have as opposed to my talent? Why would I compete there? So now he chills, he sits on his boat, he spends money that we made from days of ruckus. You understand? That's what it is.
Okay, we're still with Navio and we still have a lot of things to discuss, though I'll have to leave him go. But before he goes, we have to look at some small things. Then you have to go. I think I'll have you in the studios.
Yes,
Magic.
very soon.
Yes. We have a discussion about our new show. It's still called On Point with Musoga Eclipse, but man, tuchusiza mukatono to be live from the studios of Magic 100 FM. Ngero kalaba live ku Magic 1 TV. Tuchaline Navio. So Navio,
Yes, sir.
the government has come out to support you guys.
Have they?
With the Jans Awards. And a lot of
I wasn't nominated. I wasn't nominated best hip hop.
Maybe you had no song.
Though maybe I had no song. I had the biggest, most selling hip hop album of the year. I released in Kwagalomu, Abana Beka. I released give me more, Rare with Shina Skies. I just released Raha. I released I Do featuring Grenade. So
when I interview, when I been in an interview with such guys like you that has been in this industry for over 20 years, 17 years, I know you have a lot of experience about this industry. What can the government do to support the young talent, the people that are hustling down there?
I think more than anything, research is maybe the most powerful thing that they can do. Okay. When you have 3 or 4 people in your advisory, that's okay, but you need to draw, I think, from a much wider base of support. And when you draw from that wealth, from the young generation, the older generation, the guys, the middle guys, the people doing stuff internationally, I think you need to do a research, as they say. That will be your most powerful weapon for helping people now. The second would be letting radios pay to play, whether or not they are promoting Ugandan music. Radio station, you have a duty as a Ugandan to support your own cultures as radio and TV. But either way, you are going to pay because we expect you to be promoting Uganda culture. That should be the stance of government.
Okay. Thank you so much, Navio. It's been good having you. I don't know, production, do I still have time? Okay, 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes. Navio, what can an award add to someone's talent?
I think motivation, also letting you know that you're on the right track. Yeah. I think for a lot of artists, you don't know whether you're doing the right thing until you get that award. You know, it's very hard to of course there was that small time 3 or 4 years where people were saying people pay for awards or whatnot. Luckily I'd already got 50 awards before that all came, so
you have like 7.
I wasn't part and parcel of whatever was happening there. I had already gained awards from times immemorial, so I thank God for that. But also I think that just shows that awards can be a powerful inspirer for people coming up, showing who did well, but like I say, it always has to be realistic. It always has to be realistic, and it needs to be about more than just who was selling. This stuff of giving awards to who was selling, it needs to be balanced. In a category, you have 2 commercial people, then you have 2 people who are very damn good at what they do in raga or reggae or hip hop, so there should always be a balance between uptown and underground artists and downtown and commercial artists.
Okay, Navio, while appearing on Horizon Vibe with Calvin the Entertainer, you mentioned about Buzz Awards not giving a chance to hip hop generation. What do you have to say?
I mean, we had to talk about it, man. Frankly, I mean, I'm not the type of guy who's going to say something on TV and not, like I say, with a lot of my people who you say, even people who battle me, they talk on the TV. When they see me in public,
they run away.
You know what I mean? Or they start over greeting. You know what I mean?
Hello, Papa.
Yeah, Papa. Hey, boss, man. Hey, man, stay chiwa. So, in the same way, for me, I don't believe in making comments like I did. I'm not calling the people. I made a comment about high people not having a hip hop category. I made a comment about Buzz not having a hip hop category. That same day I walk off the show, I called up Julius. I called up whoever, and I was like, actually, what happened? Before I even go further to say things that offend the people, what actually happened? Because I'm already offended by there not being hip hop categories. And I did get some explanations here and there. I think from the Buzz side, it was just an oversight. From high people, they had cut down the amount of categories because financially, you pay for awards. You pay to even make an award, you understand, for every category. So they had cut out a few categories. That was the explanation. And I was like, listen, man, you guys need to do better next year. You cannot spit on what Navio has done, what Fefe has done, what Fikfa Maker has done, what Gravity has done, what G has done, what all of these people have done during the year by not having a category there. And you have raga and reggae and what contemporary, what alternative, best dance video before hip hop.
TikToker. We still with the Navio, a legendary hip hop artist. The future of hip hop, basically.
I think the future of hip hop, people are gonna see why it is such a powerful genre. People are gonna see how succinctly you can communicate something, and I think people are already seeing it. Especially in local channels, you're seeing rappers coming out right now. Even though some of them are still doing on raga reggae beats, you're going to see how much more powerful they become when they switch it up and they come back to doing a purely hip-hop song. Not just rapping, which is part of hip-hop, but rapping on hip-hop beats as a commercial act. I think that is when a lot of even the most local acts are going to now be able to take that leap and go international, and start getting big in other places. A lot of our commercial music here sounds like watered down raga. But hip hop, you can always do in its purest form.
Okay.
So once people start realizing that, that's when we're going to be breaking ground in Kenya, Tanzania, because that there is the most powerful music. Hip hop is still big in Kenya. Hip hop is huge in Tanzania, though you have huge artists like Diamond and Bichi Bichi. Hip hop is still the most consumed music in Tanzania to date.
Okay. Thank you so much, Navio. Production is telling me my time is done. You guys send in your questions. I think next time when Navio comes here, we shall be able to answer your questions. Thank you so much.
Yo, much love and respect. Yo, Raha is out now. Vibes Out the East, the album coming soon. Peace and love, yo. Woo.